Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking on independence in relationship. Before I dive into my topic, I want to use this opportunity to thank you all, my amazing subscribers, for subscribing, liking, engaging, and commenting on my videos. And for all those who are newly watching this video or newly watching my content or newly on my channel, I'll say thank you to you all, and I commend you all to share this video, like and comment. And welcome to my educational tips video where we're going to teach you a lot of things you should know. So back to my topic today. If you check my last video, I spoke about independence totally, not only in relationships. So today's going to be a specific one, independence in relationship. And when I talked about independence in my last video, it was more like talking on autonomy. That's individuality tied to a sense of responsibility. You understand what I mean? So today I'm going to be talking about independence in a relationship that concerns autonomy of a person, individuality of a person, and also the identity of a person. So when we talk about autonomy, it means a person standing on its own. Your individuality just shows your selflessness, yourself, what you can do for yourself, how can you stand for yourself, and all of that. Then when we talk about your identity, it's something that represents you. What does people know you for? What is this unique value that makes you different from somebody else? So we're going to be exploring these things today in my topic. But first of all, I will be discussing on two major questions that is usually asked regarding to the fact that independence is a major criteria for you to be valued in your relationship. The question is, the first, how important is it to maintain personal independence within a committed relationship? While the second is, can having your own interests, hobbies, and friendship outside of the relationship actually strengthen the bond between partners? These are very, very crucial questions that people usually ask, and they seem not to have answers, or maybe the particular answers keep coming over and over again and there is no clarification. So first of all, I want you to know that independence in a relationship is not only certainly that you are financially independent, that you are not financially relying on your partner, or you are not financially unstable and codependent on your partner for finances. It's actually very important that you are financially stable, both from the partners, from the female and the male side. That also brings respect and value, because when you're over committed or over dependent to someone else's income, it's more like going to make the whole thing toxic and increase the case of suffocation in the relationship. So it's more than that. It's just more like knowing your identity, following your goals, pursuing your dreams, living your career, living your life in a committed relationship. So now, how important is it to maintain personal independence within a committed relationship? It is really very important to be independent in a relationship. As I stated earlier, it's more than just having your finances. It's more like having your own interests, your hobbies, and making friends and pushing your goals, your careers, even why you are in a relationship. Now I'm going to tell you reasons why this is really, really very healthy, and reasons why it is really very important. One, it's for your personal growth. You see, independence allows individuals to pursue their passions, interests, and goals without compromising their identity. It's more like what you're actually blessed with, your talent. You pursue your talent, you pursue your dreams. For instance, you're a writer. You write books before you met this man. You can't just die of your dreams or die of your career because of you are in a relationship. When you do that, you end up doing what is called self-loss. Self-loss is not sacrifice. Sacrifice is when you actually have to give up something for something worth it, something that's going to be of greater value to you or to the world. And when you talk about self-loss, it's dying your goals, dying your dreams, dying your interests for the sake of another person. And then it's really, 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 really not cool, or really, really very, very selfish, because when you die these dreams, and when you die these passions, and when you die this interest, it brings about codependence. You're just not going to be anybody. You're not just going to be that individual you're meant to be. You're not going to leave your purpose on this earth, and you're definitely going to serve. You're not going to serve much value to your partner. But when you pursue your dreams, you're enhancing your self-development. You're enhancing who you're meant to be. And last time I told you, independence is more than just being someone well recognized. It's more like coming to the public and affecting the world with your impact on whatever you are doing. And whatever is your interest in life, you have to affect the world. That is when you are totally independent and living a life of freedom. Then two, it sets healthy boundaries. You see, establishing and maintaining personal boundaries is essential for a healthy relationship. Independence helps prevent codependency and promote mutual respect. So when I talk about healthy boundaries, I'm not talking about the boundaries of don't touch my things or I don't want it this way, I want it that way. When there is this kind of independence in the relationship where the both partners chase their hobbies and their dreams, there's these boundaries that have been set. He knows that he can't get you by this time. For instance, you're a busy person, you're busy chasing your dreams, you're busy chasing your careers. He knows that by 10 p.m. you should be asleep because you must have had mental stress throughout the day when you're trying to organize certain scripts or write certain novels for publishing or for maybe websites you're working for. So you should know by 10 p.m. you are not available for calls or you're not going to be seen on the street. So he knows this is your boundaries, he knows this is what you do and what you don't do. He's never going to call you by 10 p.m. or even bother checking or telling you let's go out by 10 p.m. So this kind of healthy boundaries bring about this mutual respect for you. He respects your lines, respect your boundaries, respect every single thing you do. And it brings this trust because if he knows you're not this kind of party type, let me give for instance, you're not this party person, it's not just in your gender, it's not just in your life to attend parties, to go for clubbings, and maybe he's this adventurous person who likes going for partying or clubbing stuffs, then he's gonna be like, let's go out. He knows already that you are not going to follow him because he's tried the first time, tried the second, tried the third, tried the fourth, and he just realized you're not just this party type and you are not ready to cohabitate into his own world or party. So this kind of a boundary makes him know that this my girl, or this my woman doesn't like partying, or this my man doesn't like partying. So then maybe if he goes out there and someone tells him I saw your girl in a party, he's definitely not gonna believe them because he knows for over 6 months you've never ever gone to a party and you don't enjoy partying, you don't even like the word party. That's the same thing with creating mutual trust because when he knows your boundaries and you know his boundaries, you're certainly not going to believe certain things people would tell you about him that's contrasting to what you already know about your partner. Then number three, it's going to prevent suffocation. You see, having personal independence prevents feelings of suffocation or claustrophobia in a relationship. Individuals can recharge and refocus without feeling trapped. See here, this is a really, really very important point because a lot of people feel trapped in their relationship. Why? They've actually codependent on their partners a lot. You really don't have your rights anymore. You don't have a goal. Not like you don't have a goal. You don't pursue your goals. You abandon your interests. You abandon your hobbies. Maybe because you met this partner, you gave up on your friends, your clique of friends. You had to stop being social with people and you're just indoors all through. He provides everything you need and you're just there. You just feel like this is a trap. Like he makes certain all the decisions for you. He makes all your choices. You go by his orders or he goes by your orders. That's if it's a man. You just feel suffocated. You don't just feel like you have this freedom of your own. You're not just independent. You can't just do things that other people would do without needing to get excuses or without feeling this guilt. So it's more like getting into the aspect of being toxic. And it's not really not cool because if this keeps happening in a relationship, then it's certainly not going to be considered as a healthy one and it's certainly not going to last because no one wants a relationship whereby it's just suffocating, whereby it's just toxic, whereby nobody has the right to do what he or she wants to do without taking extra or double permissions or without feeling guilty while doing that. So that's it. When there's this independence, you can do the right things. You can chase your dreams, you can live your career, you can live your life. You can achieve your goals without feeling guilty or owing explanation to anybody or even your partner because it's going to be your full support knowing that indeed this is what my woman does or indeed this is what my man does. So that's the power of independence in a committed relationship. Then finally, it fosters trust. I would have liked to talk more, but I don't want this video to be too long. So then the fifth one is it fosters trust. When partners maintain their independence, they demonstrate trust in each other. This trust strengthens the bond between them. As I said earlier, when you realize that this is what you do, this is what you're interested in, and this is how you live your life, as long as it's right, as long as it's adding values to your life, he's certainly going to respect your boundaries and certainly going to trust you. He knows that if you tell him you have an appointment with the ministry, and you're not gonna come back in 3 days, or if he tells you because he's an adventurous person that he's gonna be traveling outside of the country for a 1 week vacation, you're not gonna be like, are you sure he's not going there to pick women? He doesn't like vacations. Why on earth does he want to go out or travel for a week? Because you know he's this adventurous person, you know he loves exploring countries, likes traveling, and he tells you he's going on a 1 week trip. You're just going to trust him because you know he's been doing this over time and it's just part of him. So that's what it's called, fostering trust. When you know what each other wants and what you guys desire and how hard you pursue your goals and dreams, there's this kind of a trust that just exists there naturally in that relationship. I hope you understand the reason now why it is important for personal independence to be there in a committed relationship. Now I'll be diving over to the second question, and it says, can having your own interest, hobbies, and friendship outside of the relationship actually strengthen the bond between partners? Yes, yes, yes. So now I'm going to tell you that having separate interests, hobbies, and friendship can be really, really very interesting. I mean, it's nobody wants a relationship whereby you can easily know what your partner does. I mean, you're just there, you're tired. I mean, both of you are just the same thing. Both of you love doing the same thing. Both of you are just like almost the same thing. Even twins born on the same day happen to have different characteristics, even though they look alike. So nobody wants this boring partner. Chasing your separate interests, hobbies, and actually going out there socializing with friends can help strengthen the bond between partners. Now I'm going to tell you how. Number one, shared experiences. Pursuing individual interests can create new experiences and stories to share with your partners, enriching your relationship. So I'm going to explain this one. When both of you have separate interests, this is self-explanatory. Separate interests and hobbies, there's this shared experience. You're just going to have new stories to tell. You've experienced a whole lot of things, maybe in your career, in your writing skills, in your adventurous lifestyle, in your dreams, and every other thing you do that has to do with growing yourself, developing yourself, and being who you want to be. You just have stories to tell, and when you have stories to tell your partner, and your partner does also have stories to tell you concerning these experiences, ideas he's explored, and how far he's gone in life, and certain things he did to be there, and this kind of friendship, why does he keep it? It's kind of enriched the relationship and just foster this love that can never just fade away. Then secondly, it creates this mutual respect. You see, when partners respect each other's autonomy and individuality, they foster a deeper sense of mutual respect. Here, partners don't need to decide for you. They don't need to tell you what they want you to do. It's quite okay that the man is the head of the relationship or the family. It's quite okay that he gives you his decisions and tells you these are the things he wants you to do. It's very, very much okay because that is what makes them a man. But then there are certain things he shouldn't control in your life, and that should be your interest. That should be the kind of a social lifestyle you live, and I mean not going out there and making a whole lot of men as friends when you know you're married. No, your friends, people you go out with, people you laugh with, people you talk with, people you engage with, people who keeps you company. I don't feel like he has the right to stop you from doing that. So when he learns to respect your own freedom, your decisions, your goals, your interests, I mean, every single thing you do, if he learns to respect you for who you are, for your identity, because he knows this is how she is and this is how she lives her life, and you respect him for the same thing too, you guys will just end up respecting each other. You don't see anything like a default in him. Yes, certainly there's going to be a default, but then there's not going to be a clash of interest. There's not going to be a clash of respect whereby he says, I told you not to do this. You know I don't like you doing this, and you keep doing this over time. That's for toxic relationship whereby the man makes up the whole ideas for you and you just have to follow it. Alright? So I'm going to the third one. There's no time. It prevents codependency. So here is going to talk about balancing a healthy relationship, like maintaining separate interests and friendship prevents codependency, ensuring a healthier and more balanced relationship. So when there's independence, whereby you guys chase your hobbies and friendships and interests outside of the relationship, you're not just going to be codependent. Maybe he has this clique of friends. You're not just going to be like, you don't have friends, you're antisocial. Not like you're antisocial, you became antisocial because of him, and you have no friends to speak to when things goes wrong in your life, and you just have to depend on his own friends when it comes to the house, and you know it's going to cause issues because a man doesn't certainly wants his wife to associate with his clique of friends, especially because they are male, and he doesn't want you to open up. Women are really very vulnerable, and when certain things seems to go wrong, we don't know how we just open up and begin to like pour out our emotions to someone else. So the man's not definitely going to be happy that you're pouring out your emotions to his friends and then knowing what's happening in his family or relationship. So to avoid all these clash problems and all these unwanted troubles in a relationship, just have to be independent, just chase your interest, do the right thing. I mean, have those friends you could engage with, share your problems with, and they're just gonna give you the right advice you should follow. Then the last thing is that it keeps the relationship fresh. Like it keeps things fresh. You see, separate interests can prevent stagnation in a relationship. Partners can bring new ideas, experiences, and energy to the relationship, keeping things fresh and exciting. I guess this is already self-explanatory. I mean, when I have hobbies and I have interest in other things and he has interest in other things. Maybe for instance his hobby is taking care of plants and growing crops in the garden. That's his hobby. He just enjoys doing it outside work. And your hobby is creating content or writing books or swimming and all stuff like that. You just see yourself bringing up new ideas from nowhere. Maybe certain things related to what you do, he might not have proper idea about it, and you just bring up ideas. Or he comes to you for certain ideas because he feels you have these experiences because of where you've been and where you have explored. That's the power of chasing your interest and fighting for your hobbies and living your dreams. So in all of this, I want you all to embrace independence and individuality. There is no need changing from who your identity is. I'm not talking about identity with aggression, identity with stubbornness and all those wrong negative traits people possess. That's not your identity. That's a very really bad value about you. You need to change. Your identity is what makes you who you are, your purpose, why you were created, how you want to live your life, and the dreams, where you want to be tomorrow, and your career, your passion, what you like doing. That's your identity. So when you focus on keeping your identity safe and growing and nurturing your identity in order to reach that state where you're going to affect the public positively, then you're going to be more resilient, stronger, and you'll have a more fulfilling relationship and a healthy lifestyle. So that's where my topic is going to end today. Nevertheless, if you have any question to ask me or you want me to further dive into this topic, do not hesitate to go to the comment section and write me or you chat me up through my WhatsApp number or email. Just ask me any question of your choice and I'll be there to answer. And for those who want me to make up a topic regarding to this or anything that has to do relationship or independence or commitment, because I realize people do have problems with knowing when their partner is committed to them or not, just use the comment section and I'll be there. Nevertheless, thank you very much for watching this video from the beginning to the end. I hope you learned a lot of things and I'll be really very happy if you put them to practice. Be that independent woman, be that independent man with the world looks up to, and add at least 1% of impact to this world and keep a legacy that will keep going forever and ever. Thank you very much. Nevertheless, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, share this video. I love you guys.